So Eric, thanks so much for taking time to chat with me.
You're welcome.
I'm wondering if we could start by, I'm just gonna just dive in here. Why do you call Arkansas home? Why do you live in Arkansas?
I just jump right out the gate. I am an Arkansas. I was born here, raised here, educated here, right? So was my parents, so was my grandparents on both sides. Arkansas is just my home. Particularly here in Little Rock, Central Arkansas, even though I also have family down south, what is that, Southwest Camden area. Hold on real quick. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Somebody's trying to call me. Yeah, Arkansas is my home. I mean, I get real, I guess the word is mean when people talk about the South and they exclude Arkansas,
Oh,
right? They'll talk about Tennessee, Texas, Missouri, Louisiana. I was like, there's a whole freaking state in between there,
so you
Um,
like to be called Southern?
Yeah, I am Southern. I am the South, right? Um, yeah, I like it. Just so, in fact, I did live in Texas for 11 years, but I moved back, mainly because of my family. But I remember moving back and I was thinking, oh my God, I forgot how much I miss hills, right?
Heels.
Uh, yeah, just hills and not so flat. Little Rock is
Yeah.
not flat, right? We have a number of hills, and even if you get outside of Little Rock, you got Pinnacle Mountain, you got Chenal Mountain, you got Petty Jean. At least I consider all that Little Rock or Central Arkansas. And so you got hills, you got mountains, you just got a whole, to me, diversified looking space. I mean, from the foothills of the Ozarks all the way down to the Delta. It's Arkansas. That's it. In fact, because of work, I had to travel. I was in DC and I was talking to what's his name, Conscious Lee, who is a social media news icon, and we were talking about Arkansas, and he said Arkansas. I was like, mm-mm. Nope. No. Mm-mm. I can't stand that. So it's Arkansas, and I'm a Arkansan. So yeah,
So you left, how old were you when you left the state?
I was been back 5 years. Yeah, so it was my 30. So it was 31. Yeah,
You left when you
31.
were 31 to go to Texas?
Mm-hmm.
So what made you leave?
Mm-hmm. I was, in my field, social worker by trade and education. I really got fed up with um, the whole oppression ceilings, right? Ceilings of racism, ceilings of uh, what's the other word I'm looking for? Just also being the ceilings of being openly and outwardly queer in Arkansas and being, standing up and being an advocate for that. And I just got tired of hitting those ceilings but yet all my ideas and hard work was stolen by others because they can go through those glass ceilings, right? Particularly if they were white, female, um, and would just, go higher with my ideas, projects, and programs. So I was like, no, I'm tired of this. So I went to Dallas. Yeah, I went to Dallas until I was 40, about to turn 45, 39. Yeah, 39,
Okay.
40 is when I moved back.
And you said you moved back because of your family?
Yeah, I mainly moved back because my mom at the time was going through some health issues. She had some mobility issues. And so my sisters convinced me to go ahead and move back. And I was like, all right, things are I can do that. I can go back to Arkansas and be with her and care for her. And that was a good move. And I decided not to go back to Dallas. I decided I really love staying here in the state. I miss Arkansas. So yeah, I stayed.
And what specifically did you miss about Arkansas when you were gone?
Oh my goodness. Uh, what I specifically miss. I love Southern culture. I love Southern Black culture, right? I love that we here in Little Rock, particularly, we're an urban area, but we're not Dallas urban, right? We're not that big, but we're at least large enough to where every kind of single region of the area has its own little bit of culture, own little difference. So I love that. Um, I love seeing the progress that was trying to happen here in Little Rock and Central Arkansas. There was some progress that I noticed, like when I left, downtown Little Rock and the Main Street area was just that, downtown Little Rock, Main Street. I come back, there's what, Soma and Pettyway and East End District's now called the East Village. I'm like, going, wait a minute, wait. And so it was good to see that progress, but that progress came at a price around gentrification and just all kinds of those still types of oppressions were still in place. And so that's one of the reasons I started to stay because I was like, okay, let's continue the work that I was doing before I left. Here that I love the state, my family's here, friends are here. State's growing enough where we got some good music, particularly live music, at least I think so. Um, so yeah, just that's why I stayed. That's why I moved back. It was good.
What do you like most about Arkansans?
That's an interesting question. What do I like most about Arkansans? I, for some, there are some Arkansans that have that fighting spirit, right? Um, some people call it that mama bear spirit. You touch mine, I'm coming after you, right? You protect what's yours, particularly when it comes to family, in a very fierce way. I absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. Um, one of the things I love about Arkansas is its own progressive history. Not many people will look at Arkansas as a place that, there are folks who advocated kind of an intersection way of dealing with racism, homophobia, patriarchy, and all that. But we have some folks, institutions that have done that work here in Arkansas. So that same spirit is still here, right? That same fighting spirit. And I love that about Arkansans. Um, what else? Music. Love the music that's coming from Arkansas. Everything from hip hop to I guess I don't know what the genre is. Kind of like I call it hill music. I guess Americana or something like that. But some very interesting folks are coming out doing that. So
Do you have
yeah.
any memories growing up or even when you were older with like a strong sense of place, like something that you remember from being, in the community or downtown or in the mountains or some favorite memories of being in Arkansas?
Ooh. Yeah. So I grew up in Little Rock. Uh, my grandmother says we call it Midtown now. My mom and grandmother, they call it West End. So it's near Fair Park, Oakhurst Elementary School over there, near Euler, the Euler baseball field over there. So I guess some of my early fond memories is just being able just to roam around the neighborhoods, right? I was all about my bike and being able to, oh, just take off and go anywhere and everywhere. I was allowed to me and my friends were allowed to ride my bike up to War Memorial when they had the pool outside. Um, we would play, um, we would ride our bikes over to the campus of UALR in the summer. And we would play Return of the Jedi on our bikes, just zipping up and down all those halls and stuff. And there wasn't so many students there, so we were just running around and being crazy. Um, so those are some memories. Other memories, oh my God. First time I saw, first time I went to Brinkley, Arkansas. I actually learned what not Brinkley and Cotton Plant. I had a friend that I met there. I met here in Little Rock, and he lived and his family was there. So I got to go out there um, like 5 summers in a row for like a week or so. And that was pretty cool. It was some fun memories. Um, I got lots of memories. I mean,
Yeah.
Arkansas is great. I mean, I'm trying to help. Like, hey, can I tell that story? No, I can't tell that story. Right? Can I tell that story? No, I can't tell that story. Uh, yeah, I
That's
mean,
great.
all great, wholesome, bad, but that's
Mhm.
it. Like I said, all that some I should not be sharing, not gonna share, but we'll see. Arkansas is good. It is. It's trying.
Do you see yourself staying in Arkansas?
At this moment, yes, believe it or not, even after all this crazy, like at the legislature, these last 2 sessions, I still want to stay in the state, still want to fight in the state, still want to change the state. Um, and that kind of goes back to an earlier question that you said, what are some things you like about Arkansans? I've actually seen and witnessed transformation in Arkansans here, right? I've seen the most staunch racist blah actually transform to being anti-racist ally, right?
Wow.
I've seen and witnessed the most parents who are absolutely cruel and horrible to their queer child, coming back and begging for forgiveness and standing up for their queer child now, right? So that's something I also love seeing in Arkansans. Um, so hopefully, I think that answered your question
Yeah,
there.
absolutely.
So,
Last question. What are your hopes for Arkansas?
ooh, my hope for Arkansas is for Arkansans that we really start taking seriously this issue of poverty in the state, right? The state is still acting and still has very limited resources when it comes for everybody. And there's really no reason for it. Uh, we have enough revenue in the state to where we can make some significant changes for everybody here, right? What's the saying? Y'all means all. We can do that. We can do that from a policy level for all the way down to a community level and back. And so that's my hope that we really take that seriously and we start putting action into that.
Awesome. Thank you
So,
so much, Eric, for taking the time to chat with me about why you call Arkansas home.
made me think a little bit. Cool.